always just that one hair that wants. Oh, hi, Joe here for Wild Horse Products. Welcome to Letters from the Herd. This is our second episode. If you haven't seen our first episode, it'll be linked down below. Okay. So this is a letter from Katie, and Katie said, "I wanted to reach out and say hi." Hi, Katie. I've been using your products for a few years now, and I absolutely love them. Thank you. I originally found your company when I began treating my horse for Lyme disease. Lyme disease is becoming more and more common. So if you guys are in an affected area, be sure and keep that in mind. The Cootie Kicker is a great blend for detox and preparing the body to flush the endotoxins. Yes, it is. As I'm sure you know, she did put that in there. How quickly I began seeing improvement was incredible. I really attribute the detail and the protocol I followed, especially in the beginning. Yes, that is very important. I feel a lot of people skip that and go straight to Japanese knotwood, and the body is just not ready. Because as far as I understand, Japanese knotwood is a very strong detox effect. Too much inflammation and pain. Yeah, we want to avoid that. I've since recommended the product to many people, and I've been using a bunch of your other blends for my horses. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you've become part of our herd. As far as this goes, so because it's becoming more and more prevalent. It's not in my area, but the East Coast. So I'm getting a lot of people that have Lyme disease, and a lot of people don't want to use the antibiotics that the vet prescribes. I can't say whether or not you should. I avoid antibiotics at all costs because I know what they do to the digestive tract. I also know there's sometimes when we need to use antibiotics, but we shouldn't be throwing them at everything. If we can try other things first and see if it's effective, by all means, we should do that first. So herbs are wonderful things. They have their place, just like medicine does. I am minimalist medicine person, but I will reach for something natural before I will reach for something chemical. But let me tell you, when a horse ran over me and sliced my head open, I didn't slap herbs on it first. I went to the doctor's first, and I got 6 staples in my head. And then I followed up with red light therapy and Cootie Kicker and healed it uh, up in half the time that they were expecting. So it's important to know when to herb and when to medicine. And so in this case, you might feel more comfortable using medicine first and following up or partnering with herbs, and that is perfectly fine. Big thing you got to know is when you use antibiotics, they don't kill just the bad germs, they kill the good germs too. So the gut is going to be compromised. So pairing it with tummy becalm, and which was our flagship recipe, and then a natural probiotic. I know probiotics are put in everything, and they're not what I would call a good probiotic. So, and I have not, in my personal experience, seen them be as functional as one would expect. In fact, overloading on the chemical probiotics that they put in all the products that are on the shelf can lead to candida overload, and quite often does. So that is something you have to be very careful about. But do follow it up with a natural probiotic like apple cider vinegar with the mother or kefir. I haven't personally used kefir on horses, but I've heard of people that do, and I certainly use it with my dogs. So that is a good option. If you get apple cider vinegar, you have to make sure it's organic and it has the mother. That's that kind of dirt looking stuff sitting at the bottom. That's all the healthy enzymes. So make sure you're following up with that. Then with the Lyme disease and herbs, Cootie Kicker to help detox out, which if you're using antibiotics, you have to be careful when you use that. So you might want to hold that until after you're done with your antibiotics. But you can go ahead and add the viral down, which boosts the immune system, because you want a boosted immune system when you're fighting something like Lyme's. So I partnered the two together, the Cootie Kicker and the viral down, and I would do that with the antibiotics personally, but you've got to make your choice. But if you want to be in this safe zone, do the drill down with the antibiotics and then follow it up with the Cootie kicker. You might have to keep that horse on Cootie kicker because Lyme's has a habit of re-flaring up or getting re-infected. And so I have heard of people who are on their third, fourth, more course of dealing with Lyme's with their horse. So that is an issue. If you're keeping their immune system boosted, right? Healthy diet, of course, Cootie kicker, or viral down on the tougher parts of the year, like during wintertime, you're going to have a stronger immune response and you're going to keep that from reinfesting. Hopefully, that it becomes more difficult when you have an older horse. But hopefully, you can keep their immune system high enough that it's not going to return because that's really tough on their bodies. So that's a conversation I had with Katie, and hopefully her horse is going to do really well. This is new, so I haven't heard back yet. But if you have any comments or questions about Lyme disease or how you treated your horse for Lyme disease, if you had any reoccurrences, go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know because all the information I get helps me help more people. So you have a great day. And if you have a question for Letters to the Herd, feel free to DM me and I'll put it in my lineup. You have a great day. Bye.